Hello, my chickadees! Welcome back! Today we're going to be checking out Paradise. This is actually our second time playing it, so if you haven't seen part 1, it is archived on my channel, so hop on over and check it out. We're going to dive right back in. I do believe we left off with them getting onto the island, actually. They just got there, so that was a perfect time to leave off last time. Alright, let me get this all set up here. Alright, here we go. Let's see, I did have the audio turned down a little bit, I think. Let's see. Oh, load. I think this is where we stopped, right? Oh, arriving at the island. Yep. I totally forgot the voices I gave everybody. Okay. Okay, everyone. Please be careful as you disembark. Hongu called back to us from the island, and we began to follow off the boat moored alongside the jetty. Though it was a deserted island, as a tourist spot, it was set up to receive visitors. I surveyed the land from atop the boat. The crying gulls that had circled over the port we departed from were absent here. The only sounds were the hush of the waves and the distant rustling of the greenery that covered the island. The boat's engine had stilled, and our footsteps echoed loudly across the deck. Even the sound of the water slapping against the side of the boat seemed amplified. Alrighty. Oof. I was at the very end of the line of people waiting to get off the boat. I turned my gaze to Takara, who was struggling with his heavy luggage in front of me. The boy! He's got his heavy luggage again. Knowing this would happen, I already offered to help him, but he turned me down. And now, here we are. Boy, you should have got ones that had like little wheels on them, buddy. Why don't we get off first so I can help? I'm fine. I can handle it. It had taken the two of us to get his luggage on the boat, so I figured we needed two of us to get it back off. Still, Takara was insisting on doing it himself, and despite appearances, he was a fully grown man. Better let him to learn his own lessons. One minute you're turning on the puppy dog eyes, the next you're stubborn as a mule. Shut it! Ugh. Damn, you look like you're about to pop a blood vessel. Here, give me that. Like a knight in shining armor, Masuka extended a hand from the jetty. Thanks. Don't mention it. Okay, so you will not accept our help, but you're escaping help from him. What did we do wrong? Masuka leaned forward to take the case, but as soon as he grasped the handle, his expression changed. I knew the feeling all too well. That case was heavy as fuck. He'd probably been thinking he could easily hoist it over the gap and into the pier, no problem. Oh, is it really that heavy? Azuma said it was... what now? Oh, my apologies. Please allow me to help. I take it you want to get this luggage down? Oh no, are they gonna drop it in the ocean? Are they gonna drop his luggage in the ocean? That's set over the gap? Yeah, thanks. Before I could lend a hand, Hongu hurried over for where he'd been with the rest of the group and helped get the bag down without incident. Apparently, Takara's luggage was a two-person kind of deal. Phew. Glancing at Takara as he bobbled his head gratefully to the two men, I hoisted my backpack over my shoulder and set off along the jetty alone. White sand stretched out before me, and beyond the beach was a thick, lush forest. I could smell sea salt and the fresh scent of greenery. Guess this is what nature smells like. I can't see the log cabins from here. Squinting into the distance, I didn't see anything further along the beach, so they were probably somewhere behind the trees. I felt a little let down. Would have been nice to have a beachfront cabin with a sea view. Sorry to keep you all waiting. Now, shall we get going? After seeing that we were all off the boat and having a brief discussion with the captain, Hongu hurried back over to the group. We'll be traveling to the log cabins on foot. The cabins are located within the forest. But not to worry, it's a path. It should only take about 5 minutes. Now, if you all follow me, we'll take it at a leisurely place. After Hongu had relayed the instructions, the group of 4 friends, who introductions I haven't caught, set off at the head of the group. They're background characters. They're not important. Masuda and Takara ambled along the jetty together, engaged in pleasant conversation. Guess that luggage is an icebreaker. Deciding to give them some space, I was about to follow after Hongu and the others when I realized something. Mitsugi was walking up just ahead of me. Oh, our arch enemy. Our arch enemy. Ugh. If I walked at my usual pace, I'd definitely catch up to him. I absolutely did not want to end up walking next to that douchebag. Sand crunched beneath my feet as I casually slowed my pace. Looking down at my feet, I was suddenly greatly interested in the indentations I left in the sand, the different colors of the individual grains, and the way the seawater soaked into it and receded. Out of the corner of my eye, I spied something small and black. Oh, a crab! Nice. From somewhere close by, I heard the click of a camera. Figuring it must be Shimada, I turned towards the source of the sound, and sure enough, there he was. When he met my gaze, Shimada's smile deepened. After a moment, he came to stand beside me. There's nothing you won't photograph, huh? I find it's best to take as many shots as you can, then pick the best ones later. You can never have too many photos. That right? Abruptly, Shimada cast his glance up ahead. Up ahead, Misugi's golden locks fluttered in the wind. Ew. Did the dude think he was in a freaking shampoo commercial? What? L'Oreal commercial? Is that the shampoo one? Did he want me to shave it all off? Seriously, don't tempt me. Hey, sorry. Mitsugi, was it? Yes, that's me. Can I help you? Hey, kitty, you want to join me? Okay. Draco's joining us. When Mizuki nonchalantly turned around, I pointedly looked the other way. Would you mind if I took your picture? You could just keep walking as you were. Right. You're the photographer. Sure, be my guest. Thanks. Okay, just keep looking back like that. Oh, look, he smiled! Mizuki's eyes widened ever so slightly, and then he smiled. His smile was only aimed at Shimada, though. The bastard was acting as though I didn't exist. It was a pretty nice smile, too. You sure you want a spot of me looking over my shoulder? I can pose however you want. Azuma said the same thing. Are people really that bothered about posing? Azuma? Yep, I took his picture on the back on the boat. Show me. No way! I quickly interjected, and Mizuki finally looked me in the eye. It wasn't like I looked bad in the photo or anything, but for some reason I just didn't want him looking at it. Mizuki scrutinized me for a moment before responding. And why should you get to decide that? The camera belongs to Shimada. I have the copyright. You mean the usage rights? Whatever, you can't see it. Mizuki tilted his head, then nonchalantly pushed me aside and slid over to Shimada. Let me see it, Shimada. I forced myself in between the two of them. No, I don't want you seeing it. If you show him, I won't let you take any more photos of me. You can shoot me instead. Don't worry, I won't look at any of your other photos. Just then, our argument was interrupted by the click of the camera shutter. Did you just take a picture of us? As we stood frozen like deer in the camera light, Shimada beamed at us. Yep, it was just such a great scene, I couldn't help myself. Good for you. Now, are you going to show me this guy's mugshot or what? I told you no. I feel like I'm watching a stand-up routine. Shimada's just getting a kick out of our argument. That brought me back to my senses. I didn't know about Masugi, but it was a sudden wake-up call for me, at least. I realized that I moved in close like I was playing defense in a basketball match, shadowing Mizuki to stop him from getting in the camera. Creeped out by the proximity, I quickly pulled back and returned to Shimada's side. I'd hate to lose Azuma as a subject, so I'll have to show you another time. Oh. Not that I care that much. Dude, you freaking care that much. Do you see how much he was like, show it to me. Show it to me. Show it to me. He cares. He cares. He wants to see it. Him trying to be like, oh, I don't care. Yes, you do. Apparently, losing interest, Mizuki abruptly dropped the topic. As though he never cared in the first place. No, he has to pretend to be the cool dude, huh? Oh, I got cat hair in my nose. Oh, my little boy came over and cuddled. With one last sour glance my way, he stalked off without another word. Did I make things awkward by saying it was like a stand-up routine? Shimada murmured, voice tinged with amusement. Hell if I know. I gave Shimada a light punch on the shoulder in retaliation, and he grinned. Then we followed after the others. Our crew of 10 filed off the beach and through the tree line into the forest. Ooh, it is. Oh, that's a nice trail, though. As Hongo had said, there was a dirt path to guide our way. The path soon merged with another that seemed to lead off elsewhere. I stretched my arms out as I walked, enjoying the scent of the ocean and the feel of the sun dappling my skin through the leaves. Man, it's been ages since I was out in nature like this. Kind of feels like being on a school trip, don't you think? I spoke leisurely to Shimada beside me, who responded after taking a photo. I head to the beach and the mountains a lot to take pictures. You don't go out walking for fun? Sure, I wander around the neighborhood, but I don't go on trips just to walk. You don't know what you're missing. Sometimes it's just what you need. Hey, look how pretty this flower is. Shimada knelt on the ground and tilted his camera at a low angle. A little red flower, perhaps moss phlox, bloomed before him, half buried in grass. I wouldn't have noticed it if he hadn't pointed out. Wow, good eye. It's an ingrained habit at this point. I'm always on the lookout for anything that'd make good subjects. I guess that kind of instinct's what makes a photographer, huh? Shimada seemed to be settling in to take shots of the flowers from various different angles, so I decided to leave it to him to it. I can't talk today, guys. After ambling along the path for about 10 minutes, Takara was the first to sight our destination. Oh, I see something. Whoops. Yes, you guys just heard Alistair. Oh, goodness. Hang on. Oh, I see something. Those must be the log cabins, right? Hongu? Where? Takara and Masuda, who had been walking at the very back of the group, jogged past me. The wheels of Takara's stupidly heavy suitcase clattered loudly, sounding worryingly like they were about to come flying off. Oh, so he does have wheels on it. Well, that's good. Yes, up ahead are the log cabins you'll be staying in. Please don't run. But the people his warning was aimed at was already long gone. Oh dear. Hey, mind if I ask you something? I slowed my pace to a walk alongside Hongu, who was immediately turned an affable smile on me. Of course, what is it? You said it'd only take about 5 minutes to get here, but it feels like we've been walking for longer than that. You sure you didn't get lost on the way? I nudged him teasingly with my elbow, and he smiled wryly before answering reluctantly. No, it's more that, well, this island is a great beauty, so I didn't wish to rush anyone. Oh, I get it. We've been taking our sweet-ass time. Thanks for indulging us, man. Not at all. It's all part of the job. While I found Hongu's smile a little cloying, I felt it was genuine. Hey, Peridot! Welcome in! Hello! What did I miss? You didn't miss much. Oh, something happened. I got a ding-ding about something. What happened? What happened? I wasn't paying attention. Oh no. What did you miss? Well, we joined the... We got to the island. Ah, no, come here. Hello, Akashiro. Hello, welcome in. We're playing... The alert said someone joined the nest. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining the nest, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have the things pulled up. But hello, yes, what happened so far is we arrived at the island, and we took a minute getting off because, you know, Takara has that really heavy suitcase, and so everybody was struggling to get it off. And we just been taking a slow walk, and we had a little, little spat with Masugi again, the blonde guy that we didn't get along with last time. He wanted to see the photo that Shimada, the photographer, took of us, and we're like, no, you don't. And he's like, yeah, show it to me. And we're like, no. So we're sitting there arguing back and forth, and Shimada's just like taking pictures of us because he's amused. And we finally caught sight of the cabins, and so our little guy, Takara, is just like, woo, and goes running off towards the cabins, and yeah, that's what's happened. Hasn't been much. While I found Hongu's smile a little cloying, I felt it was genuine. This is one of our love interests, but I don't know if we'll be going after him. Feeling at peace with the world, I addressed him. Well, I'm gonna head off. And with that, I sprinted after Masuda and Takara. I could hear Hongu calling after me to be careful, but his voice quickly faded. Whoa! Oh, it is an actual nice looking log cabin. I was kind of half expecting like a decrepit building that was falling down. In a clearing in the woods, 10 log cabins stood in a semicircle. They were small, as expected, after hearing that we'd have one to ourselves. Each was built of rounded logs with a triangular roof set on top. Although I hadn't seen inside, they looked to be a single story. A small prefab hut stood in front of the cabins. Keeping one ear on the animated conversation going on between the 4-guy group in the middle of the clearing, I made my way over to Takara, who was looking around with interest. Yep, here's a little baby boy. They kind of look like giant birdhouse, or this is us. They kind of look like giant birdhouses, don't you think? Yeah, you might be onto something there. That's such a cute idea. Masuda, where's that fishing spot you mentioned earlier? Is it close by? The map here isn't very detailed. Yeah, he's just here to fish. I think he won the trip just like we did. Masuda was completely engrossed in the pamphlet he spread out atop his luggage, seemingly more interested in his fishing spots than where we'd be living. What, really? Seems like a pretty pointless pamphlet. Never mind, I'll just have to sniff it out myself. That's part of the fun of fishing anyway. You're the perfect fisherman, huh, Masuda? I said without really thinking, but the comment elicited a growing grin from Masuda. He seemed like a genuine kind of guy. Speaking of extremely not genuine guys, where the hell did Masugi wander off to? He'd been walking ahead of the rest of us. I love how we just hate him with a fiery passion, but we're always like, where is he? Where is he? My arch enemy. It was kind of funny. We were walking behind him, and we're seeing the blonde hair just swishing elegantly in the wind, and we're like, does he want me to shave it off? Oh, God. Just as I was wondering, he suddenly appeared from behind the furthest log cabin, tapping on the door and rattling the wooden window frames as he circled the building. I suppose he was interested in that kind of stuff, since he was an architect, or designer, or real estate agent, or whatever. Enemies to lover, yeah, I'm sniffing out that enemies to lovers, too. Because I think there's only 3 guys we were interested in from the last time, and that was the fisherman, Masuda, the little guy, and, Masugi. Because I'm just like, okay, enemies to lovers would be delicious. Oh, my kitty left me. He was curled up next to me. Oh, no. Okay. Are we all here? Okay, if you could join me over here, please. I got fur everywhere. I gotta give him a good brushing. He's shedding his winter coat. Hongo appeared with Shimada in tow and addressed us all. He was waiting for us to gather around him, then opened the folder he had with him. I'm now going to assign you to the cabins you'll be staying in while you're on the island. At once, everyone started asking which cabins were theirs, but Hongo simply nodded placidly. First, however, allow me to explain a little about the cabins. The leftmost cabin is Cabin A, and next to it is Cabin B, and next to that Cabin C, and so on. The very rightmost cabin is Cabin J. Beside each front door you will find a plate engraved with the letter of the cabin. Masuda, you'll be in Cabin A. There at the edge. Here's your key. Cheers! One by one, Hongu called us each by name, assigning us a letter and handing us the key to our cabin. Azuma, you're in Cabin D. Sure thing, boss. I examined the key in my hand and found it was an unremarkable silver deadbolt key attached to a keychain with the letter D stamped on it. I shall be staying in Cabin J, so please feel free to stop by should you need anything. Cabin D? Oh my god. They're not. Oh no. Oh no. I get it now. Well, It's cabin D because I think he's going to be getting some D this trip. I do have the safe stream version of this, but still. I shall be staying in cabin J, so please feel free to stop by should you need anything. Why am I thinking of Labyrinth? Should you need us? He went on to say that we would now be putting our luggage away in our cabins and reconvene in the square in 1 hour. We all nodded. What he referred to as a square was a flat open area in front of the semicircle of cabins. After a quick bow to us, Hongu turned on his heel and walked off to cabin J. Guess he was on the job, so maybe he had to file reports for something. Hey Azuma, what cabin are you again? D? Yeah, that's me. How about you? I'm in F. Hey, so can I, come hang out in the evenings? Sure. Want to play Uno or something? Uno's no fun with only 2 players. As we were talking, I caught a flash of golden hair out of the corner of my eye. There he is. The blonde bastard seemed to be heading for cabin H. I was just thinking how glad I was that we wouldn't be neighbors when Mizuki, feeling my gaze on him, looked back at me. Naturally, we didn't have a single word to say to each other. The next moment, he coolly turned back around. As I was mouthing insults to his back, blonde bastard, dumbass Goldilocks, I heard a voice from behind me. See, we got it bad. What are you standing around for? Oh, what are you standing around for, Azuma? We gotta get our luggage stowed away. Huh? Oh, right. Right. I need to drop this dead weight off, so I'll see you later. I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys are like inside. Following in Mizuki and Takara's lead, everyone else traipsed off to their own cabins. As I stood in front of the door to my cabin, I was aware of the doors opening around me and feet stepping onto wooden floors. I recall there being some kind of rough floor plan in the pamphlet, but I hadn't really looked at it. There wasn't much point in pulling it out now. Using the key I'd been given, I unlocked the door. Oh, nice and simple. Oh, we got our own sink, and is that like a little stove? Though sunlight streamed in through a small window, the interior of the cabin was dim. Closing the door behind me, I kicked off my shoes and stepped into the room proper. Feeling my way along the wall by the front door, I found the light switch and flipped it on. A bed with white sheets and a small table and chair came into view. I keep rubbing my nose. My cat got fur all over it. And now he's like off on his own little bed, like ready for a nap, and I'm over here pulling. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to give him a good brush down after the stream. Huh? There are doors at the front and back of the cabin. Opening the closest one, I found a compact bathroom. Oh, cool! We got our own bathroom? Heck yeah! The one at the back revealed a simple kitchenette with a sink and small fridge. Kinda cramped, but not bad at all. Dropping my backpack to the floor, I opened the mini fridge. The first thing I saw was booze. Several cans of beer chilling in the cool interior. We got beer? Whoa, nice. This is super generous. The fridge was also stocked with meat and vegetables, and on a shelf above the sink were dried goods, with bottles of sake and bags of rice stored below. We've been provided with more types of ingredient than I expected, and lots of them at that. Honko said we'd be getting extra supplies on, the 3rd day? I reckon I can make all this last 5 or 6 days at least. I laughed self-depreciatingly at myself as I realized how broke those words made me sound. I mean, yeah. But it's also a good thing you know how to make things stretch. Spotting a big bottle of water in the fridge, something suddenly occurred to me. Can we drink the water here? Tap water was generally drinkable out in the countryside, but I had no idea what out here on the desert island. I grabbed a cup from the crockery shelf, filled it with water from the faucet, and took a tentative sip. They probably gave you water bottles on purpose, dude. Damn, that's good. The water tasted clear and sweet. Suddenly feeling incredibly thirsty, I downed 2 full cups before letting out a long breath. I would have asked first. I would have asked to make sure. I moved my bag that I dumped in the middle of the floor over to the bedside, over to beside the bed, and then turned on my phone. No signal. Figures. Boy, bullet. Yeah. Really. That would have helped it. I mean, wouldn't straight freaking drink it. If they're giving you water bottles, they probably did it on purpose. So it'd be like, dude, is the water drinkable? You know, go find Hongu in his cabin J and be like, dude, can I drink the water? And if he's like, no, we'll be like, well, I just drank 2 cups. We're gonna have one of those, it's gonna turn into like the Parasite and Love game, huh? I think that was the name of it. Where the girl like went swimming or something and ended up with a brain-eating amoeba or something in her brain. That became like a yandere boy and then was like not wanting her to get rid of him because he didn't want to leave her, so... I mean, that's one way for this trip to go. If I got bored, I was gonna have to rely on downloaded apps or books. Plus, there was a booze to enjoy. Man, if this was me, I'd be like curled up on the bed in front of the window and just like read a book. They'd come and get me like 4 days later and be like, you ready to go? And I'll be like, yeah! 9. Plus, there was booze to enjoy. Forgetting any urge to nap, I spent a while just poking around the cabin, and before I knew it, the time had flown by. Whoa, it's been an hour already? When I glanced at the clock, I was starting to see the time. I quickly dropped what I was doing and hurried out of the cabin. By the time I arrived in the square, everyone else had already gathered there. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. When I joined the circle, Takara sided up to me. How's your cabin? Better than my place back home. Is your apartment really that tiny? Wow, I feel bad for you. Don't give me that pitying look. Home is what you make it. Sorry I'm late, Hongu. Not at all. Everyone else just got here too. After glancing around to check that everyone was assembled, Hongu flashed us his painted smile and opened his folder. Now then, let's jump into it. I'm sure you all must be getting hungry. We will need to make preparations for the evening meal before night falls. If you've already looked in your refrigerators in your cabin, then you will have seen that they are stocked with fresh produce. There are also dried goods and condiments on the shelves in the kitchen, of which you're all free to use. Food for the last 3 days will be brought by boat on the morning of our 3rd day on the island. I will collect the delivery, then distribute it among you. Is everyone following so far? Oh, hello, Ohilio! Welcome in! This is Paradise. We played part 1 last week. This is part 2. We're now on the island. We made it to our cabin, and now we're all doing a little, meet up after everybody got a chance to, like, unload. Or, unpack, sorry. Is everyone following so far? A chorus of yeses answered him. After that, Hongu went on to explain the facilities in the long cabin. Apparently, they were all equipped with emergency supplies, such as first aid kits. All in all, we had all the necessary basics we might need. If there's anything else you require, please don't hesitate to tell me. Of course, I can't magic things out of thin air, but I may be able to offer some help. He dipped his head to us. Let's see. Next, I'd like to tell you about the other facilities on the island. Here in the square, you'll be able to enjoy your outdoor campfires and barbecues. Several voices were raised in excitement. Rubbers? Wait, wait, wait. Are you asking about if they have any rubbers? I'm busy on Thursday, so I wasn't able to make the last stream. I'll stay for a bit. Sorry. uh, I'll try to shift it back to Wednesdays. It kind of shifted to Thursday because I had something that could only happen on Wednesday, like last week. So I had to shift it to Thursday, and then I wasn't feeling good yesterday. So next week I'll make sure it goes back to Wednesday. Okay. Hello, kind stories. Several voices are raised in excitement. The prefab hut over there is where we store the barbecues. Firewood, tables, and chairs. You're free to use them at your leisures. What else? Oh, yes, about the water. Is it drinkable? He said he could see what they could do about what people mean, and eventually we'll need rubbers. Oh, this is a BL game, so yeah, we're gonna need some. That's gonna be an awkward conversation, considering Hongu is actually one of the love interests as well. Be like, hey, yo, I have a question for you, and he'll be like, oh yes. He's like, we'll be like, do you have any protective rubber things? And he'll be like, oh yes, here, expecting us to flirt with him, and we'll just like grab it, be like, thanks, and run out the door. Okay, let's see if we died with the water. What else? Oh yes, about the water. Some of you may be concerned about the water supplies here on a desert island, and what may happen should they run out. However, I can assure you there is no cause for concern. All water for general use is stored in the water tank, which will be refilled at the same time as we are resupplied with food. There's no danger of running out. I heard relieved noises from the 4-guy group. Huh, I haven't even thought about our water supply. This is a desert island, though, so it's probably best not to go overboard, right? Not that I'd use that much other than bathing. Oh, that's smooth, Ohilia. Hey, can I have a rubber in my room? Along with you? That's smooth. That's a good pickup line. Is it safe to drink the water from the sink? I think that should be it. Are there any questions? Are we free to explore the island? Are there any dangerous areas or places we're not allowed to go? There are no such restrictions. However, I would caution against wandering around the island at night. I mean, that's like a duh. You could trip over something and break your ankle. I mean, I ain't planning on hiking through the forest at night. But I'm sure we all want to have a bit of an adventure out here, am I right? Yeah, exactly. Of course. Well, far be it from me from spoiling your fun. However, there are one or two dangerous areas that are clearly fenced off and marked with signs. At the end of the day, it's up to you how you spend your time here on the island, and I do hope you all enjoy yourself to the fullest extent. Another chorus of agreement answered him. So there are some dangerous areas on the island. Azuma, no. No, we're not going straight towards them. As I reminded myself that this was indeed a real-life desert island, my gaze came to rest on Masuda. He looked slightly troubled with a crease between his brows and his hand on his chin, but as soon as he noticed my gaze on him, his face relaxed into a smile. What's up? Wait, what's up? Is something wrong? Nah, it's no big deal. I was just wondering whether fences and signs are really enough to keep people out of danger. Dude, it's supposed to be like people voluntarily coming to this island, so it's like, hey, yeah, this is a dangerous sinkhole. Don't step here. And you're like, oh, well, I can't read. That's not going to keep me away. Stepping over the fence. Dude. Masuda sure came across as a worrywart. Not that I could blame him. Desert islands didn't exactly have a reputation for being safe. At any rate, this was how our island getaway kicked off. Oh, it's nighttime. That night. Hey, the meat's burning. Okay, okay. And that corn cob's ready. Aye, aye, Captain. Man, I wish I had time to go fishing. Could have treated you all to some real nice barbecue fish. Aw, don't get down on yourself. Damn, this meat is really freaking good. The mouth-watering scent of grilled meat and veggies filled the square. It was Masuda who suggested we have a barbecue. He took the initiative himself. By the time he called out to the rest of us, he already dragged a bunch of grills out to the prefabbed hut. I figured he enjoyed this kind of social activity. It's all like, hey, yeah, let's have a barbecue, like already getting everything put together. We all brought food and drink from our cabins and began our manly barbecue party. With all the meat involved, I guess you could call it a sausage fest. Oh no. It is a sausage fest. There's only guys on the island. Whoa, you're right. This is good. Yeah, oh god. Yeah. Whoa, you're right. This is good. And it's high quality meat, but it's cooked to perfection too. I'm so happy. Barbecues are the best. I'm glad you're all enjoying yourselves. Yes, this is indeed delicious. The chicken here is nice and tender too, and the mutton will be done soon, if you hold on a minute. Sweat beaded on Masuda's forehead as he manned the grill. He seemed pretty experienced with all this. Woohoo! I love mutton. Can't say I'm a fan myself, but... Oh my god, what was that sentence? Can't say I'm a fan myself. Find the smell overpowering. Although the meat comes from the same animal, lamb is more palatable. I'm not going to complain. As long as it's meat, I'll eat it. We are so not picky. We're just like, give us food. Hey, what did I say before? You gotta eat your veggies too. Look, the onions are browning nicely. Go ahead and have some. No way. I don't like vegetables. Period. Food tastes different eaten outside. Seriously, it tastes so good. You'll be a veggie lover in no time. Come on, you won't know it till you try. He's trying to get us to eat our vegetables? Oh, nice and cozy, huh? It would be like nice and cozy, sit around a fire, having some nice cooked food. Haven't had like a barbecue in a long time. Nuh-uh, I already know it all tastes like grass. Boy, you don't know what you're missing. There's some really, really good veggies out there, especially if how they're cooked. Come on. Yeah. Here, have an onion. He just hands us an onion. Onions have layers. Masuga plucked a whole onion onto my paper plate. Why? Is it a raw onion or is it cooked? I couldn't deny that it did look perfectly grilled. Okay, it is cooked. But you'd never catch me willingly eating onions unless it was well hidden in a nice curry. Your physique says otherwise. How can you eat nothing but vegetables? I know, right? How? Oh, wait. How can he eat nothing but vegetables? Well, he's eating nothing but meat. He don't like vegetables. It's like, dude, come on. But, yeah, wait. No, Masuga's not a vegetarian because he likes the fish. I casually rolled the onion off my plate and onto Takara's. Kara was chatting animally with Hongu and didn't seem to notice. He didn't notice a full freaking onion now appearing on his plate. Well, grilled onions are actually really good though. If it's like fully grilled, I wouldn't eat a whole one. But come on. Pretty sure this is a A5 Wagyu beef, so it should taste. Oh, this is Masuda. Oh my god, I'm getting all their voices messed up. There's too many of them. Pretty sure this is A5 Wagyu beef, so it should taste best slightly undercooked. I'll try doing the next piece medium rare. You're a real connoisseur when it comes to meat, huh, Masuda? He did seem like a guy who knew his meat. Dun dun dun. I think he probably knows more about different kinds of meat. Oh my gosh. Okay. He also seemed pretty experienced in outdoor activities, judging by the way he was handling all this. Impressed by Masuda's skills, I looked around, wondering if I could spot Goldilocks anywhere. They brought A5 Wagyu, but they are... Yeah, they brought the expensive meats. Characters be eating 10,000 calories a day and somehow aren't 1,000 pounds. I mean, yeah. But that was the expensive meat. Oh, see? We are obsessed with him. Why are you so obsessed with me? We hate him, but we love him. Impressed by Masuda's skills, I looked around, wondering if I could spot Goldilocks anywhere. There he is. Masugi was sitting alone on the folding chair, reading through some documents as he ate. Jesus, there was no time to put those stupid papers aside. It was now. They're eating someone's yearly mortgage? Yeah. Yeah, that's like a really expensive meat cut, isn't it? Better just leave him to it. Shrugging to myself, I looked over the opposite side from where the blonde bastard had parked himself. This is gonna be enemies to lover, isn't it? The four guys who seemed to be joined at the hip were there, having fun among themselves as usual. I still don't even know their names, but since we're going to be spending the next few days together, I figure we should try to get to know them. I approached the group. Oh, we're talking to the background people. Boy, I want to know. It's clear that you're obsessed with me. Yeah. We're like, oh, we hate him, but then we're always looking around for him. I think we may have a winner on who we're going to pursue. Hi there. Oh, hey, they don't have a name, but they have a look. Oh, God. Huh. Oh, hey, Azuma, was it? Yeah, that's me. I didn't really get a chance to chat with you this afternoon, so I figured I should say hi now. Mushroom guy? He does have like a mushroom type haircut, but yeah, the four of us really hit it off, so I guess we end up sticking together. Thanks for making the effort. Not at all. So you guys having a good time? Long hair guy. Oh my god, that looks like the guy from My Hero Academia. Oh, which one? I think I'm thinking about, oh my god, I can't remember his name. He's one of the villains, dang it. But he looks like that. Yeah, I haven't been to a barbecue in ages. Eating good food out in the middle of nature, what's not to love? Okay, now he is kind of cute. Wish there were some girls here, though. I'm with you on that. Not for long. Oh, I've almost given up trying to make a visual novel. I can't seem to put sprites and backgrounds. Max sucks. There is... I know you can do it. There's like a guide online to help with it. I'll see if I can send it to you in a bit, okay? Dude, you're gonna like not having girls around in a little bit, I'm guessing. I don't think I need women around to have a good time. Oh, this guy gets it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to kick back with a group of guys. As we were chatting, I heard Masuga call my name from behind the curtain of smoke. Hey, Azuma! Coming! Looking around, I saw Masuga walking towards me along with Hongu, Takara, and Shimada. Thankfully, the blonde bastard didn't seem to be with them. There you are. Oh, and the rest of you. Perfect timing. Oh, you're welcome. Tearing into a vegetable kebab, Masuga grinned around at us. Hey, perfect timing for what? Masuga has a suggestion to make to you all. What kind of suggestion? Everyone focused their attention on Masuda. I was just thinking about tomorrow. Armin from Attack on Titan. Oh my god, I can see it. Yeah. I was just thinking about tomorrow. Would you guys be up for heading out to explore the woods first thing in the morning? Explore the woods? Yeah, we have this huge forest on our footsteps, just begging to be explored. Doesn't every man secretly dream of adventure? And we might even come across some sort of amazing discovery, you know? Like the Tokugawa shogunate's buried treasure? Well, that settles it. I'm down, count me in. I could totally see the yin signs in your eyes, Azuma. I'm not sure what I want to do, though. I'm kind of tired, so I'd like to have a lie-in tomorrow. That's understandable. Unfortunately, I'll also be unable to join you, as I have business to attend in the morning. The other guys, I still didn't know their name, were discussing among themselves. Finally, the guy was a buzz cut. We didn't even bother getting their names. We're just like, oh yeah, mushroom head, glasses guy, crew cut. Finally, the guy with the buzz cut answered on behalf of the group, shaking his head as he spoke. Sorry, but we'll pass. We just arrived, so we want to take it easy for the first day. Seriously, you're all wimping out on me? Well, you do you. Azuma, Shimada, can I count you in? Yep, a forest bathed in morning sunlight is a perfect location for a photo shoot. And there might be treasure. Okay then, let's meet in the square at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sure thing. Oh, we didn't even get a choice. I'll be there. Bring me back something nice, Azuma. Oh, and me, please. Can it be something other than treasure? Nah, I'll take the treasure. Our laughter echoed through the smoke-hazed air. Okay, let's get back to the barbecue, shall we? Yeah. I think we've only had, like, what? 1 or 2 choices in this game so far? The time flew by. By the time the charcoal started to cool, everyone was pretty tipsy. Think it's about time we wrap this up? Yeah, it's pretty late. And you want us to get up at 8 in the morning. Boy, you crazy. Okay, guys, party's over. With that, everyone started to head back to their cabins, saying their goodnights to one another. Hongu stayed behind to clear up after us. Feeling bad for him, I offered to help. This is all part of my job as your tour guide. But he gently turned me down. So I started towards my own cabin. Whoop! I slipped! I'm at cabin F! No, I guess it's not gonna happen. Ugh. Ugh, I'm so full. I ate too much. I rubbed my swollen belly as I walked. Then all of a sudden, someone called out behind me. Ah, it's Masugi! Stuffed yourself like a greedy pig, did you? Don't come looking for sympathy when you get a stomachache. Turning around, I found the blonde bastard standing there. Like I'd want sympathy from you. Huh. Masugi tipped his head back and barked out a laugh. There's no doctor out here. Better go easy, brat. Who the fuck are you calling a brat? Without another word, Mizuki turned and walked away to his cabin. He acted like he just happened to see me there and decided to insult me, but if he wanted to be helpful, he could be less of an asshole about it. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I figured he wanted to get the point across that I should be careful, since there's no doctors around if I got ill, but he made it sound hostile. I couldn't exactly appreciate the sentiment when he phrased it like that. Still pissed off, I pushed Masugi out of my thoughts. Are you sure? You sure they're out of your thoughts? You think about him an awful lot, buddy. I was hyped, thinking about what tomorrow would bring. Can't wait to go on an adventure. Whee! Tokugawa's treasure. If I had tons of cash, I'd be able to survive all on my own. I could live by myself until my dying day, with no obligations to connect with or even see another person. Not that such a fantasy could become reality. But there's nothing wrong with having dreams. Right? Okay, I'm aiming to play until we reach 3 p.m. my time, so that'll be about 25 more minutes. I could hear the ringing of my alarm clock. Time to get up. Reaching out an arm from under the covers, I turned off the alarm on the phone beside my pillow. For a split second, I remained in that position, confused by the unfamiliar bedsheets and decor, wondering where the heck I was until the island. Everything came flooding back and I shot upright. Right, I was on a deserted island. I also recalled why my alarm was set for 7 a.m., a time I'd never willingly get up unless I had to go to work. The adventure. Togawa's treasure! Saying the words aloud made my heart leap. I leaped out of bed, dressed hurriedly, and brushed my teeth with ferocious vigor. I didn't bother to style my hair. I was just going to get messed up during the search anyway. It was just going to get messed up. Not I was going to get messed up. Oh no. Alright, let's do this. Was this the kind of excitement pioneers of the past felt? Spurred on by my boyish excitement, I dashed towards the door, but stopped in my tracks just before I reached it. Shit, I can't go empty-handed. Did I bring anything useful? Stamping back into the room, I fished around in the bag I tossed on the floor yesterday. But since I hadn't really spent much time preparing for the trip, all I came with was towels, and more towels. I had face and bath towels in all sizes and colors. Apparently I come prepared for any and all towel-related needs. Damn it, all I have is frickin' towels. I should have packed a radio or a compass or something more useful than goddamn towels. Not finding anything useful, even at the very bottom of the bag, I slumped down in disappointment. My phone lay on the floor, the time clearly displayed on the glowing screen. It was almost time to meet up with the others. Woo! Guess there's not much else I can do. Go shower then with all those towels. Exactly. Or we could go like swim in the ocean and everybody's be like, oh no, we didn't bring towels, and then we're just like, I got you, fam, and like pull out a whole handful of towels, like sunglasses on, being like, I'm the towel man. There was no use crying over spilt milk. Not wanting to leave completely empty-handed, I draped a sports towel around my neck and wiped away my sweat. See, one of them's coming in handy. After checking it was long enough, I stuffed it into my bag along with a bottle of water and a bag of candy, and then finally left the cabin. I'm sorry I'm late. We ready to go? I called out to the waiting group as I dashed over, locking up the cabin and stowing the key in my bag. Masuda beckoned me onto the circle. Relax, you're not late. Everyone else is just early. Really? Phew, I didn't want you to start getting the impression I'm some kind of slacker. You're still the last to arrive, though, so it's pretty much the same result. Well, I may be a slacker, but at least I'm here, right? As we were joking around, I suddenly noticed a figure standing silently off to the side. Masugi! It was Masugi. Here we were, about to go trampling around in the woods, yet for some reason he was still wearing that ridiculous suit of his. Wait a second. He was coming too? I turned to Masoda. Is this everyone? Yeah, the foursome are doing their own thing. Don't call them a foursome. Hongu has some stuff to take care of, and Takara said he wanted a lion. Oh, are you missing Takara? You seem to have really hit it off. Nah, that's not it, but, what about him? Masugi? I invited him along yesterday, and he said he'd come. Oh, great. Yay! Goldilocks is coming with us. The two of us were like cats and dogs. Just putting us in the same space soured the mood. But Masuda and Shimada seemed oblivious as they smiled brightly at us. Are you done? Let's get going then. There's no point in waking up early if we're just going to waste time standing around talking. Masugi started walking off, putting a decisive end to the conversation. Yeah, he's right. We should get started now so that we can make our way back before we get too hungry. Masuda followed after Masugi, and Shimada quickly did the same. Is there anywhere in particular you want to go? First, I just want to get a sense of the area. I'm going to walk down the existing paths and mark down any landmarks I see. Mark them down? Are you making a map? That's the plan. I want to find all the buildings on the island, so I'll have to wander all over. The landmarks will be my guide. Buildings? What buildings? Isn't it written in the pamphlet we got? But this island. Masugi and Shimada start talking about buildings and stuff, but I had absolutely no interest in their conversation. I do! Was it inhabited at one point? Hello? Left behind, I scratched my head thoughtfully. This was turning out to be a huge pain in the ass. Last night, aside, when he seemingly decided to speak to me on a whim, I got the feeling that the blonde bastard planned on just pretending like I didn't exist. Of course, I was doing the same thing, so I could hardly complain, but it was still annoying not to be able to communicate with him like a normal human being. What are you doing back there, Azuma? Come on! Yeah, coming. Lost in my thoughts, I slowed my pace without realizing it. Yeah, thoughts about our Goldilocks. As I jogged to catch up with Masuda, I felt Mizugi's gaze on me. The path winded? Winded? Wind? What word is that? Winded? 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 Should have been winded. The path winded on farther than I expected with no end in sight, even after walking for what felt like ages. It wasn't a difficult path, and we were taking it at a leisurely pace. We hadn't been walking long enough to get tired, but it was getting kind of boring seeing the same scenery over and over. The sun blazed down over the trees, but it was cool beneath the leaves, and the lush greenery stretching out on either side was a sight for sore eyes. But that was literally all there was to see. We had nature up the wazoo here, but nothing else. It's nothing but bloody trees. What did you expect? I let out a frustrated yell, and Shimada turned his camera towards me. Well, duh, it's a desert island. I get that, but shouldn't it be more, I don't know, something? I was hoping for heart-pounding adventure, excitement, thrills, maybe even a little danger. Shimada smiled as I gesticulated wildly, trying to elaborate, but Masugi shot me a cold look. I ignored him, of course. I see, so plain old sightseeing isn't enough for you. It's not that exactly. Look, we're out in the middle of nature. I want to come up against some kind of obstacle, like a river we gotta jump over, or a mysterious path blocked by a falling tree. Doesn't that sound cool? It's great that you're so hungry for something more. You're really chomping at the bit. You're an idiot if you're looking for thrills in a place like this. It's a it's a desert island. It's right there in the name. Deserted island. Like I told you yesterday, there isn't even a doctor. However blunt he was being about it, he was also right. I almost felt myself lapsing into silence, but I didn't want to let him have the last word. Not wanting to make things tense, I tried my best to respond neutrally. I'm just trying to enjoy my vacation. What? It's not what you were saying. I thought you weren't satisfied with the boring old walk. What happened to wanting thrills? I was just saying something like that would make it more fun. Then do you want to split up? If you want to get yourself into a dangerous situation, you can go off on your own into the forest or up a cliff or something. I wasn't talking about anything that extreme. Anyway, what's the deal with this map of yours? Is it really that important? It's my job. Never said you had to tag along. Huh? Must be rough walking around in a suit all the time. Alright, that's enough, you two. Look over here. You finally got your something different. Masuda cut in to smooth over our little spat. We're just constantly having spats with him. And we both looked towards where he was pointing. Ooh, what is it, like a hot spring? I could see something up ahead between the interlocking branches of the trees. Looks like a house? Shimada said, pointing his camera in the direction of the building. Masugi started making a beeline for it. Come on. His whole demeanor changed in an instant. I bared my teeth at his retreating back. Masuda, who'd been waiting for the rest of us to catch up, bopped me on the head when I reached him. Ow! You and Masugi get along like oil and water. It's kind of cute, though. You could at least come to my rescue instead of just watching like we're some kind of comedy act. I'm trying my best not to sour the mood. Trying and failing, more like. Better than not trying at all. I don't really care about the mood. Still, your back and forths are endlessly entertaining. It's actually kind of fun. Shimada snapped a photo of us. Fun? Well, at least one of us was getting something out of it. Masuda didn't seem to think we should leave Mizugi to go off on his own, so we hurried after him. By the time we caught up with him, he was already in front of one of the buildings. I set a little off path, but Masugi had already set off towards it. It, not I. Oh my god, I can't talk today. Without a moment's hesitation, despite being the one lecturing us about safety. It wasn't difficult to reach, and there weren't any fences or signs blocking the way. As we got closer, I saw that there was actually several buildings that looked like houses, overgrown with weeds and hidden by the thick forest. They were all falling apart and evidently uninhabited. Ooh, that looks cool. So there really are buildings on this island. Awesome! My heart leaped at the sight of the abandoned village. Shimada had already begun snapping away with his camera, and I felt myself start to vibrate with excitement. I was itching to explore. There could be buried treasure here. It was just a feeling, but it could be true. At any rate, this was the adventure I was looking for. Hey, don't go wandering off on your own. We're supposed to be doing this as a group. Yeah, my bad. Masugi sighed, exasperated. He was standing right in the center of the path between the abandoned houses. Perhaps he chosen such a conspicuous spot because he was waiting for the rest of us. Anyway, what's with this place? Did people used to live here? I'm guessing so. I took a quick look around before you guys got here, and it looks like it was built around... Whatever, let's go explore! I want to take some photos over there. You two make an odd pair. Well, I'm curious too. Let's go take a look. You haven't been inside of any of the houses yet, have you, Mizugi? No, I just peeked inside since I found an opening, but... He broke off, averting his eyes to the side as though considering something. Naturally, I couldn't let it slide. Ha! Were you scared a ghost was gonna pop out of one of those dark, spooky doorways? Just a word of warning, don't go opening any closed doors. That's one of the basic rules of urban exploration. Wow, ignored again. Did you break a flashlight, Masoda? I might split off to take photos. Could you light the way so these kids don't land themselves in any danger? Masugi blinked at Shimada's words and shot me a nasty look. What? I can't believe they're lumping me in with you. Like I'm some kind of child. I wasn't really bothered by it myself, but the way he said it with such hatred dripping from the words meant I couldn't just let it lie. Of course not. Man's just out here exploring in a suit. He is! He really is! Huh? You got a problem? Maybe it was rude for me to call you a kid, Mizugi. It was. Sorry, it just somehow seemed to suit you two. Shimada was still laughing through his apology. They're not amused. Masugi stared fixedly at Shimada, as though trying to see through him. Then... whatever. The next moment, he was back to his usual self. Masuga and Shimada didn't react. They probably hadn't even noticed anything. Anyway, Masugi, weren't you in the middle of saying something just about now? Masuda brought us back to the previous conversation, and Masugi let out a breath, composing himself. Right. You mean about the houses? Yeah, something about when they were built. You can tell when they were built? Huh? I didn't know much about the topic, but listened in anyway. I only took a quick look so far, so I can't say for certain. But, judging from the architecture, they were probably built in the Meiji era. None of them look to have been rebuilt, which means they were abandoned as they were back in the Meiji area. I'm impressed. That's knowledge of a pro right there. Hardly. I don't know much more than that yet. Mizugi looked away towards the buildings, and everyone else followed him. Beneath the blue sky, these buildings had laid an abandoned, forgotten to time. In the past, someone must have stood there at the window, in that doorway, in that foyer, leaning against a wall, running their hands along the railing. They must have lived here through the good times and the bad. Suddenly, I could almost taste the presence of humanity mingling with the fragrance of lush greenery. I felt the hair stand up on my arms. So, this place was abandoned in the Meiji area, huh? Fascinating. Why are they still here? How should I know? Mizugi spat the words out. A humid wind blew past us. Following the click of Shimada's camera, all sound seems to cease. It felt as though the silent homes, bereft of their owners, were watching us. It was freaking creepy. Someone gulped nervously. Should we wrap it up then? I want to explore a little more, but you guys gotta be getting hungry too, right? Masuda returned from peeking into one of the houses. He was smiling cheerfully, but anyone could see it was forced. No one argued. Did you find a body? Did you find a skeleton? I would have liked to stay longer, though. The dank darkness didn't seem to bother me as much as it did the others. Oh, that was a short trip. And so our early morning exploration came to an end. I wish we had more choices. Goodness, we haven't had a single choice this entire live stream. It's like, why? We made the most of the trip back, venturing off down side paths and stopping to look at things. And in the end, I was surprised to find that it was almost lunchtime by the time we arrived back at the cabins. We'd been out longer than I realized. Even more surprising was the fact that Hongu and the foursome who stayed behind had made lunch for us. I thanked them, but they brushed it off, saying they cooked way too much rice. Still, gratitude welled up in me at the thoughtfulness they shown towards the exploration team. On top of that, the food they made was hella good. Alright, I got some rest. Now, how should I spend my afternoon? The sun hung high in the sky, pushing me to make up my mind. What should I do for fun? Should I head out somewhere new? Maybe ask someone to hang out? Or should I go back to the ruins we found earlier? There's so many exciting opportunities. I mulled over my options. Dude, I really thought we were gonna get a choice there. Why? Why? After thinking about it, I decided to start with a walk. After all, didn't know what else there may be on the island. Why is there not a lot of choices in this game? Military advisor said you should know your enemy. So, where should I launch my primary assault? Yes! Yes, we get a choice! We get a choice! Oh my gosh, yes! Okay. Okay, quick save. There we go. Yay! Okay. The village interests me more. Go to the beach. Stay in the room. Well, this one's got our little blonde boy in it, so we're gonna go there. The village. I wouldn't mind exploring somewhere new, but I still hadn't seen all that ruined village had to offer. I'm gonna go back there. I was a little hesitant to go off on my own, but it wasn't that far, and I remembered the way. Shouldering my bags with the water and candy in it, I set off briskly into the woods. As I expected, I arrived at my destination without incident. Sniffing the air, I realized the air around here did indeed smell a little different. The abandoned houses looked as gloomy as before, staring haughtily down at me. I got why everyone wanted to head back all of a sudden, but I didn't have a problem with this place. I wasn't sure why, but I almost felt like I fit here. Is that? Someone was standing in front of one of the houses. The moment the guy's hair fluttered in the breeze, it was obvious. It was Masugi. Are you kidding me? Why did he have to be here of all places? I was tempted to just turn around and head back to the cabins, but my curiosity about the ruins got the better of me. Trying my best to conceal my presence, I walked along the path between the buildings. I quietly came within about 3 meters of Masugi, and was just about to slip off the path to avoid him when the blonde bastard suddenly spoke. What are you doing here? His sharp gaze pinned me to the spot, though he barely turned his head. Damn. Busted. There's no way out of it, so I stopped and turned to him. Masugi was still staring at the wall in front of him. I just came to explore some more. Relax, I'm not going to get in the way of your work or whatever you're doing. I preemptively spoke up in my defense, but Masugi's gaze remained stony. You've already interrupted me just by being here. If you really didn't want to get in my way, you wouldn't be here. Whatever, bye. Not having the energy to get into an argument with him, I was about to turn away when he challenged me again. Weren't you just here this morning? What's left to explore? That quick glance earlier didn't cut it for me. Everyone suddenly decided they wanted to leave halfway through. After a beat, the corners of Masugi's lips curled up suggestively. I noticed he was holding a pen and a thick sheaf of paper. I see. I didn't think you had the guts to come back here again. I knew he was trying to provoke me, but I couldn't be bothered to put any more energy into my reply. What are you talking about? You were the one talking about being scared of ghosts and crap like that earlier. Earlier? For a moment I didn't know what he was referring to, but then I realized he must mean back when we first found the abandoned village. I made a snide comment after he'd gone charging off ahead on his own. Yeah, I guess I was. What about it? I don't suppose you have psychic abilities or anything. Hey, Ohilia! Welcome back! Mizugi lowered his documents and gave me an innocent look. What a weird question. Not that I know of. I see. Must be nice. Huh? You're surrounded, you know. What? He dropped his gaze down to the papers again. Huh? Goosebumps prickled over my skin. Wait, what? What do you mean? Hey, come on, Masugi. Huh? Are you saying you can see ghosts and shit? Surrounded? Me? Right now? Suddenly, Mizuki broke out into laughter, doubling over as he chortled. What an idiot! You almost pissed your pants. He was pulling my leg and I totally fell for it. Don't give me that look. Blame yourself for being so gullible. I had enough. But hey, he laughed. You bastard! Quit fucking with me! I mean, you might say something different later. I followed up with a barrage of all the insults I could think of, but Masugi just continued to laugh. That night, phew, I'm beat from all that activity. I dived into my bed and flopped around, hugging the pillow to my chest. Pulling my phone out of my pocket, I turned the screen on. He's pretty. Mizugi, he is pretty. We have some beef with him, but I have a feeling that's going to turn enemies to lovers. I'm wanting to interact with him more than the others now. So I think we got our target. The battery level hadn't depleted at all, which made sense considering I hadn't used it at all. I thought about playing one of my games, then decided against it. Tossing the phone onto the table, I flopped back again. I always wondered what the hell people filled their time with before cell phones came along. Books, puzzles, going out and staring at a tree. Surprisingly, it actually wasn't that bad. In fact, time seemed to pass by more slowly when my eyes weren't glued to my phone screen. This must be what people mean when they talk about slow living. I let out a huge... Oh, that was a yawn. I let out a huge yawn and I was just starting to nod off when I heard some kind of commotion outside. Huh? Dragging my lethargic body back up again, I looked out the window. It's that foursome. The four-guy group was gathered around a bonfire in the center of the square. Sparks of fire flared and flickered, and the smoke billowed up to the paint, twisting abstract pictures in the night sky. In the firelight, I could see someone setting up what looked like fireworks. It looked like they were all having a whale of a time. No, those guys are really getting into the camping spirit, huh? Yesterday, they cooked brunch for us in a pot over an open fire. Everyone was enjoying island life in their own individual way. I was suddenly reminded of the everyday life I left behind. The back office of a convenience store, the butcher stall, that crappy ramen joint, the hustle and bustle of the town, all those people I had no connection to. The city's skyline. I'd only been away for 2 days, yet I already felt a sense of nostalgia for it, along with something else. I had a conversation with my dad about this. He was saying before phones, people used to talk to each other on the train. Before newspapers, they would talk to other people. I mean, yeah, that tracks. I don't want to go back. That thought crystallized in my mind. Oh, we want to stay on the island. This island was a paradise. Here there was no work, no obligations, only good people and fun times. How amazing would it be if I could stay here forever? I'd be so happy. This was somewhere I could truly belong. We've been here 1 day. We're like, I want to live here. No, stop tanking, brain. It's bedtime for you. Time to hit the hay. So I'm saying he should go maybe spend the night in another person's shack. It has no BL. I don't want to stay. Is he sleeping in jeans? Oh my god. I hope not. That's so uncomfy. I turned off the light and crawled into bed. The distant pop of fireworks and intermittent laughter mingled to form a soothing lullaby. In no time at all, I was fast asleep. Unlike the previous day, instead of my alarm, the first thing I heard upon waking was the crystal clear sound of birds singing. System. Save. Yes. We're gonna save the boy. Okay. Ah, oh, back. Oh, back. Oh, exit's down here. Also describing a foursome outside. Thanks. Okay, let's see here. Okay. If you sleep in jeans, I'm gonna assume you can eat a tire. Oh no. Oh gosh. Yeah, sleeping in jeans is like very uncomfortable. I've done it before, like way back in the day when I'd sleep over at a friend's house and I forgot to bring any like thing to change into. It is so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. How? They could have put him in PJs. I hate sleeping in pants. Exactly. Oh, it's horrible. I mean, the only pants I don't mind sleeping in is like pajama pants. They're like really soft and comfy. Shorts all the way. Heck yeah. Like the comfy shorts too. Not like those blue jean shorts or stuff like that. The comfy shorts. Alright, I think we're done. Um, for today, I know it was a short stream, but I started late and everything. Yeah, this is a BL game. This is a BL game, I swear. We're not gonna have any spicy scenes because they gave me the the stream friendly version, but it was given to me for free from Jast, and I am very thankful for that. But we could take a break from this next week and play and try out something else. We'll get there eventually, yes. Or I could stream. Do you guys want to play this one again next week, or shall we do something else, like read Dame, or try out another demo or something? Bye, Ohilia. Thank you for joining. Have a good day. You're down for this? Okay. It is going to be Wednesday next week, okay? I'll try to get back into the Wednesday and not Thursday unless, something comes up. But thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I am going to make me a nice cup of tea because my mouth is so dry now. I'm going to make me a nice cup of tea, and then I need to record today's video, which I think is going to be more Bewitching Sinners. I'm really enjoying that. I hope you guys check it out. But have a good day, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for another live. Hopefully, he'll start interacting with Goldilocks a bit more. And maybe, start liking each other. Can we play something else? Okay, what if I try streaming twice next week? I'll, put up a poll and stuff asking about that. But I'll see you guys later. Bye!